Yo, this is it. I'm Mr. Fate, and you're listening to Attack of the Beats on IllMuzik.com. 5 beats, 5 reviews, that's what I do. And this is episode number 221. Episode battle, whatever you want to call it. Podcasts. I don't know. We've been doing this for a long time. I mean, this is the 221st episode. I'm still reviewing beats. That's crazy. All right, first up, we've got Bandia with Outcry. Let's check it out. Right. Okay, so that was Bandia with Outcry. And this beat really surprised me because at the beginning, I just hear this 808, right? The kick and all that. But then as soon as the drums dropped in, it just caught my attention right away, you know? And I like that because as I'm listening to it, the whole beat, the way it moved and stuff, like it just kept my attention. I like the way the beat moved, you know what I mean? Like it was just, you had some change-ups, but not too many, not too many breakdowns and whatnot and stuff. But the drums hit really well with that low end, and then, of course, the piano, and then the whole atmosphere that you have on the beat. Very, very well done. No complaints, really. I mean, everything just sounded really good, and I just like the little sounds that you had here and there and stuff. Like I said, the way the beat moves, because, sometimes people they forget it's not just about loops and stuff, like piecing together loops. You have to, even if you're using loops, basically you have to make sure that it's fluid from one part to another and not just make it too routine or robotic or whatever. So in your case, it does sound nice and fluid, and it's like it's one of those beats. It's like you're telling a story almost, type of thing, so good job on that. And all right, so next up we got Bangers 8888 with Star Snip. Let's check it out. Right. Okay, so that was Bangers 88 with Star Snip. And with this one, you know, it's funny because a while back, a few years back, I was trying to use a sample and stuff, and I was trying to get some vocals out of that sample. And because I pitched the main sample down, I was using, like, you know, the vocals were pitched down, and I really wasn't crazy about it. I tried to make it work, and as I listened to other beats that had that and stuff, you know, I was just like, I don't know if it really works. Kind of like the vocals that are pitched up really high and fast and stuff. So in this case, same thing. Like, I'm not crazy about that low end vocal stuff. I mean, it's not you necessarily. I'm just saying in general. I don't know. I mean, it's hard. I mean, sometimes it could work, I guess, but it depends on really what it is. So in this case, like for this beat, I wouldn't use that. And I do like the drums. They do sound good. And really good drum work and all that stuff. The 808 sounds really nice in the mix. It's just that I would just scale back on the 808. Like, there's a lot of 808s in this one and stuff, so just scale back a bit. And I think that even though the sounds are nice, the ones you have, you know, panned on both sides, I think that if you had just like a, you know, a nice proper melody all the way through, let's say with piano, for example, whatever, maybe that would bring out the vocals a little more, you know, that low end stuff, you know. So I mean, it depends too. I mean, I don't know where you got the vocals from, whatever, but like for example, if I pitch down a sample, you know, -2, whatever, and that's my main melody, the vocals, you know, it could still work at, you know, at 0 or +2 or whatever, as long as it's, you know, the same increment or whatever. But it depends. It all depends, you know, if you're working with samples or synths or whatever. So, but anyway, so I do like what you have. I just wish there was more of a melody with like a piano and whatnot. And like I said, those pitch down vocals, yeah, depends, you know. But in this case, I wasn't crazy about it, so, you know, but that's just me. But still, I like the mix, very good. And yeah, that's it. All right, so next up we've got Elroy SCM with ET. Let's check it out. Right. Okay, so that was Elroy SCM with ET. This one's very weird, or odd, I should say odd, you know, but because you have this really smooth piano, and then all of a sudden when the drums and bass come in, it's like, boom, it just cuts it off. Like, okay, shut up already. Here comes the, you know, the drums and the bass. But it works. It's weird. It's just, it just sounds odd, I guess. But anyway, I would love to hear a beat with the piano rather than just like that smooth piano with some drums on top. It sounds so nice, you know, so I'd like to hear that. But the one you have, the drums and bass, the melody you have and stuff, it sounds good. Although that snare, I would love to hear the same thing, but a different snare, because I was never crazy about those types of snares. It was like they just sound a little too robotic for me or whatever. But yeah, but still, it's okay. It's just that I just prefer, a different type of snare. But then you go back to the piano part, which in the second time it sounds even nicer. Maybe it's a little different. I don't know, but it just sounds nicer. And then you come back in with that beat again and stuff. So it's just weird because it works, but it shouldn't. I guess, I don't know, something like that. Yeah, that's odd, but still, the piano's very nice. I'd like to hear a beat with just the piano and some drums on that and all that and some bass. But still, what you have, I like it. It's good. It's just odd. All right, so next up we've got Lunam Beats with "You Got Over." Let's check it out. All right. Okay, so that was Lunam Beats with "You Got Over." And what's interesting with this is, because with sampling, if you're using the same, I shouldn't say the same, but let's say you have like one part of a sample you have, and you play it a few times as your main melody. It's okay like that. But when you have a vocal part that's in it, it can get a little, sound a little repetitive and whatnot and stuff, and maybe annoying or whatever. But in your case, it actually works. That just a little vocal snippet at the beginning of your melody at each part that you play, it sounds nice because the sample itself just sounds so bright, so that, and then your drums and all that, it just fits. The only thing I would recommend is, even though you have your change up and whatever, I'd recommend you have a part where you have that main melody copied over with a low pass filter, just to give us the space like that, and then you could add in maybe some little bit of strings on top of that or something, just to give it a bit of change up, because like I said, with the vocal snippet, it works, but it could, I guess, for some people, it just could get a little repetitive and whatnot and stuff, but yeah, maybe a part with a low pass filter, and then you'd be good to go. But for what you have, I really like it. It sounds nice, and like I said, that sample, it just sounds bright, so it just makes the whole thing sound really, really good and all that. So yeah, sounds good. All right, so next up is the last beat. It's Press Bible Thump with Syrene's Banger. Let's check it out. Alright. Okay, so that was Press Bible Thump with Syrene's Banger. Now this one, I mean, I wasn't sure at the beginning the way it sounded. Now I wasn't sure what you're gonna do with that and all that. But I do like what you have. You know, it's just like it just and it just hits hard. I was expecting actually like some hard drums that come slamming in on top of that because the melody is so hype and all that stuff, you know. So I like what you did with the kicks and all that. It does sound nice, those rolling kicks and everything. And I think it's just not quite there to match that melody, that hard hitting melody and stuff, you know. But that's just me. I mean, I'm the type, if I have something like that, I'm gonna bring in some drums to really like, you know, to hit hard on top of that and all that stuff, you know. So it'd be interesting to hear like the drums like that, you know, with that melody you have and everything. And but for what you have with those kicks and all that, it does sound really good. It blends well. It does sound good mix wise with that melody and all that stuff. But to me, it's just, you know, same thing if you have like a really mellow track, and you know you don't want to necessarily bring in, you know, these like hard banging drums on top of that or whatever, you know. So I mean it works or whatever, but sometimes, you know, you don't really need that or whatever. So same kind of thing like this, just the opposite or whatever. But still, it's hype, it's good, and just the drum part, you know. But that's it. Alright, so that's it for me. I'm Mr. Fate. This is Attack of the Beats. Keep sending your beats in. I'll keep reviewing them. And my favorite beat is, the winner is, drum roll please, Bandia Gotak. Is that how you pronounce it? Bandia Gotak. Sorry, with Outcry. Let's check it out.